2013 was the worst year in the last 50 for record sales, but the future is looking bright. What's up everybody, Will Borza here, the LA Recordist. It's the Analog Vlog. It's a vlog and a log. This episode of the Analog Vlog is for musicians, producers, and anybody else that's interested in the business of making records. I read a fantastic article the other day on Fortune.com, written by VanderMey and Nicholas Rapp. It includes a spectacular graph from 1975 to 2015 charting the revenue from record sales. Let me show you right now. Looking at this graph chronologically, you can see that the height of vinyl sales was around 1987, followed by a brief dark age around 1984-ish. But you can see how vinyl sales declined nearly at the exact same rate as cassette sales increased. In 1990, the CD format overtook cassettes and skyrocketed to generate as much as vinyl and cassettes combined. But CD sales plummeted with the invention of MP3 format, Napster, and the iPod in 2001. At that point, a lot of people just stopped buying music because they could rip their CDs onto their iPods, and for anything new they wanted, they would just go to Napster and download it. Digital downloads was supposed to be the savior of the record industry, but as you can see, in 2007, that's when it peaked. It was only 3 years after it was introduced that it hit its most revenue, and it's been declining ever since. And that peak is not nearly what it needed to be. 2013 was the worst year for recorded music sales in the last 50, but thanks to streaming services, we're finally seeing an increase. So what does this mean for you musicians out there? Well, first off, if you're still making CDs, you're about 15 years behind the times, and you probably shouldn't expect much from digital downloads either. Your best bet is to be releasing music on streaming services, and I would also recommend uploading it here on YouTube where you can collect ad revenue. 15 years ago, your music was your main product, but today, it's more like your business card. Your music is what introduces your audiences to you, your brand, your shows, the experience that you have to offer. Your main income today is going to be coming from live shows, licensing, merchandising, and a little bit from streaming, but really streaming is just the door that opens the audience to you. So I'd say ditch the CDs and make some friends who work in film. Now for those of you who are interested in working on the business side of things, we should talk. In 2004, they were called the Big Five: Universal, Sony, Warner, EMI, and BMG. But then that year, Sony bought BMG and they became the Big Four. Then in 2012, Sony, Warner, and Universal cannibalized EMI and they became the Big Three. I think you see the trend here, and I don't want to wait around until 2020 to see who the big two are. The new music business is dominated by tech companies: Spotify, Apple, Amazon, etc. So if you're looking for a career in the record industry, these are the companies you should be looking to. In conclusion, the new record industry is in streaming and subscriptions. Musicians should be aiming towards getting their music on those services. Those of you who are interested in the business should be aiming towards working for those companies. The Fortune magazine graph shows a steady rise in streaming revenue, but it's hard to predict how high it will go. If I had to guess, it won't go as high as the CD bubble, but the music industry is not an industry that's gonna go away. Hey, thanks for watching. Before you go, please hit that like button if you like this content. If you want to see more stuff like this, write it in the comments. Let me know what you think of all this information. Let me know if you think this kind of topic is good content for the Analog Vlog. If you want to see more of me, hit subscribe. I make a video every single day. Sometimes it's not as informative as this. Sometimes I'm just like making food or doing something stupid, or sometimes it's really boring. But usually I try to do something fun for you guys. Well, that's it for tonight, guys. Signing off. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.